One half of the season for Monmouth. The second half now beginning on Saturday. Big South play getting up and going as the Hawks will take on Charleston Southern alongside the head coach Kevin Callahan. I'm Matt Harmon on the Monmouth Digital Network. Coach, let's go back a couple of days. That win over Bryant, extremely important for you guys with obviously the tough games coming in league, but just to get a little bit of confidence moving forward.
Well, it was really important for us to get that win and to gain some confidence as we head into Big South play. You know, I thought our guys handled the adverse weather conditions extremely well. I was very pleased with the effort and the way that they continued to stay at it is that Bryant came back and tied the game there in the second half. There's a lot of things we can take away from that game, and I think it gives us a lot of momentum as we head into this game against Charleston Southern.
Obviously, wins much more important, but it is always nice to see some individual players recognized over the course of this past week. John Sikowski, the defensive player of the week in the league. Reggie White Jr., the freshman of the week.
You know, both of those guys had great days on Saturday. It was good to see Reggie White, kind of come onto the scene with a great day receiving, 2 touchdowns, 7 receptions on the day. And John Sikowski is always a very steady performer for us, and he's been one of our key defensive players the last 2 years. And then to see him get that interception for a touchdown that kind of gave us the go-ahead score was really good.
Obviously used to the teams in the league from last year as a member of the Big South. This year, no different. The league is locked and loaded and ready once again, one of the top in FCS football. Charleston Southern, a team, maybe a bit of a sleeper over the course of the last couple of years, but 3-1 so far this year. They come off a big win against the Citadel.
Well, yeah, they've been 8-3 the last 2 years and have been ranked in the top 25. And, we found out when we played them for the first time a year ago that they're a very physical team, a team that likes to run the ball, a team that does a great job on play action, and had one of the best defenses in FCS football last year. As a matter of fact, they led the Big South in defense a year ago. And so far, through their first 4 games this year, they don't look any different. They're a very well-coached, very disciplined team. They play very physical on both sides of the ball.
A team that, as you said, loves to run the football. They average over 270 yards per game on the ground. Mike Holloway, one back, Darius Hammond, the other, really makes them a tough team to defend because they have not one but 2 outstanding backs.
Well, that not only do they have 2 very, very good running backs, they've played 3 different quarterbacks on the season. They play about 7 different receivers, and they've played 3 tight ends. So they believe in substituting freely. You're going to see a number of different personnel on the offensive side of the ball, and they can all share the load a little bit, and they all have done great things for them. So, we've got our work cut out for us. They're able to spread the field, and defensively, we're going to have to be right on with what we do.
When you talk about that defense, we've seen so many young players thrust into the lineup because of some injuries over the course of the last couple of weeks. Are those players now maybe starting to feel a little bit more comfortable at this point of the year?
Well, I think what we're seeing is these young guys beginning to develop and continue to grow. The first couple games they were put in there, I think they were a little bit lost at times. They made some first-time mistakes, and hopefully week by week we're getting those mistakes corrected. But now as we get to the midseason mark, you're hopefully that they're settling into their comfort zones in those positions, and their performance will continue to improve.
Broadcast time set for 11:45. We come to you live on 1160, 1310 a.m., shoresportsnetwork.com and MonmouthHawks.com. Our thanks to the head coach Kevin Callahan. I'm Matt Harmon on the Monmouth Digital Network.